Hello everyone, it's Diddy Dude here, and yeah, we're back to Ace Attorney, where today we're going on to the next trial. I mean, well, basically, the first trial of this case, okay? Where Maya is our client again, because somebody had the audacity to frame you, Maya, okay? And I'm gonna expose that person. What? Prosecutor Von Karma, you mean? No, I heard it's a successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. Oh yeah, I really hate that guy for what he did to you, okay? He tased you. That's going too far. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. Yeah, that was going too far. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, the successor? I wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be. Well, we're about to find out. It's no good. Mystic Maya. Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yup. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't. Oh my, if it takes 2 hours by train, oh man. Oh man! Okay, she is, okay, what kind of physical strength does she have? Apparently, what about a train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Objection! I still remember him. Okay, this is pretty cool. Oh, nice flashback. Oh, I like this! They got a nice flashback to the first game's music. Let's go. I still remember him as though I'd only seen him I don't remember him as though I only seen him yesterday. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle till the very end. It was always back and forth with them. But when you're rivals for life, Maya! Please don't mention that name ever again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone, and he's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Edgeworth's not coming back? No. Court will. Okay. Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not a time to talk about that anyway. Nick! No, Edgeworth! I know Edgeworth will come back. I know he's gonna have some cameo appearances, okay? But Edgeworth! What do you mean he's gone? Hey, look at the new Von Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and defense prepared? I didn't give her a voice. What is with this kid? How old is she? She's not in the list yet. We already have quite a few people here, though. So, yeah. Deceased. And also deceased. Oh, no. So she's deceased, but this guy's not deceased, okay? He's still 35 years old. He's a healthy 35-year-old man. She's deceased, though. Okay? She's also deceased. Just not turn her gray. Okay, just not turn her gray. What is with this kid? Okay, I need to think of a voice for her. Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Ooh, gotta give you a voice. You're gonna be like one of the main characters, so I have to make sure I can give you a consistent voice. Mr. Phoenix Wright? No. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ooh, like Manfred. I need to give I know Manfred for Karma's voice. What if I give him a more girly voice? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Okay, I can do this. It's just a high-pitched Von Karma voice, which is a And Von Karma's voice is a Donald Trump voice. It's a high-pitched Donald Trump voice. It's not original, but whatever. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Hold on. So she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Franziska Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. Oh, you have to remember, Phoenix's original Japanese name is IC, right? Right. So it's like he's saying IC, so he's like right. So right, IC. Okay, whatever. I'm not doing good with jokes today. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason: revenge. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred or Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can. Isn't this like a conflict of? No, it's not really a conflict of interest, is it? Because she's going against me anyways, but at the same time, eh. Oh! No way, she did not do that to the judge. I'm talking! She did not whip the judge! If you interrupt again, my whip will is pay for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. So is the reason why she won all these cases in Germany because she just whips people? Yo! Make no mistake, I'll defeat you! Ace Attorney is the only game where... It's not like the Ace Attorney universe where a lawyer could just whip the judge and other lawyers and they'll get away with it. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Okay, wait. You're telling me Maya gets contempt of court for exposing Letta Hart, but meanwhile, Franziska Von Karma, oh, she can whip the fucking judge. Okay, I see how it is done. You are just like your father. No offense. I mean, kind of, yeah, take all defense. Prosecutor Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection! The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position, Your Honor? Does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for a justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because the plea justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. And Maya did not. It was rigged against her. And she rigs the court system too. How foolish! So it's all rigged against us. Which makes sense, because I gave her a Donald Trump voice, right? So it makes sense that the person who complains about rigging is the one who rigs. Hey, if that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father, like daughter, I suppose. Alrighty, Gumshoe. Witness, your name and occupation? Yes, sir. Yes, sir! My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. She's gonna whip you, dude. I called it. Ah! Get to the point already. I thought you were gonna whip Gumshoe for calling you a sir, but I guess you're fine with that. Just apparently it's to get to the point. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone will please look at this map. Karma does not care that she's being called sir. I mean, maybe she identifies as one. I mean, but she also said she's a woman, so... Let's see how old you are. 18. Oh, she's 18. Oh, she is Maya's age. Okay. Huh. She is, like... 7 years younger than us. But started doing law... 4 years before us. Oh, okay, whatever. That's insane. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut, so even though she is 7 years younger than us, she has 4 more years of experience. Like, she started doing law at almost half the age we did, which is insane. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. I wonder if she got Daddy's help for some cases. Anyways, I'm joking. Maybe she did. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite a look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Ahem. Anyway, a few minutes after the chailing started, gunshots were heard coming from inside a room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Oh, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is what... like how I did right before the judge did. I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over. Okay, floor plans added to court record. So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then! Come on. I thought you were so mature, Von Karma. Pearlie has a more mature voice than you do. Anyways, she's the one who deserves to be called sir, not you. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but it's not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So I guess we can use the photo. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Is Markham going to pull up pull off an updated autopsy report? Maybe she got some Edgeworth and Markham influence, maybe both. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. At least he's not objecting to me questioning the witness. Not as annoying as the original Von Karma. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot in the forehead, sir. To the forehead. The murder weapon. Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have... Objection! Oh, that's your voice. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? I guess she actually does have a normal female voice, but we're gonna go with this voice. But why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims. The defendant, Maya Faze, were also in the grip, sir. Okay. Oh no, we don't have Maya to accompany us, that sucks, because she is the client. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon? Or, I walked right into her hands there. The shot was fired from point-blank range. Hold it! Point-blank? Huh? So, about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point-blank? Tisk, 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright! I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. What? Gunpowder burn? It's like chicken. Okay, she's just like randomly saying that. Gunpowder burn. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. But a bullet was shot from shot through the cloth, right? I don't think it'll burn, will it? Before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Hold it! Where's the knife then? Stabbed. And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? Didn't I make a... Oh, this... didn't I could have sworn. Yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but like last video. Did I not make a oh, you got knife joke? Like, you know, like Annoying Orange? Like, you know how, like, when a fruit's about to get knifed, they like, knifed, right? Did I not make a fruit knife joke? Did I not? Did I not make that joke like, oh, it looks like you got knifed? Did I? Because then I'll be like, good, like, oh my goodness, I predicted it's a fruit knife. Wow, because I said knifed in reference to Annoying Orange, and that means it's a fruit knife. So look at that, I predicted it's a fruit knife. Whatever. I see, and whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints were all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. Aha! What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? So she's getting her revenge by first making me lose the case, and also by putting Maya in jail. Because, you know, Maya was responsible for Von Karma's downfalls, both Maya and I, so I guess she really wants to harm us. Oh, but she wants revenge, but at the same time she's gonna have a lot of heart testify. Wow. Eventually. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Hold it! How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the shooting. Hold it! Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yup, sure as sure can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. I think you're a little foolish when it comes to originality. Oh! Okay, that's not... I don't think that really works. A little foolish when it comes to originality? I mean, kinda... I think you're a fool when it comes to the fact that you think you're so original when you're not. But at the same time, look at that uniform. Look at that outfit, though. Like, that is kind of original. Who else wears this? Okay, it's kind of... Like, even Maya's clothes are, like, less of a costume than whatever you have on. Also... Even though Rise from the Ashes had like 31 pieces of evidence, why do we have almost the same amount of witnesses that we actually need to present compared to Rise from the Ashes? Why do we have almost the same amount? Because Rise from the Ashes had 11 people in the court record, and now this one has 10 so early. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix, right? Grr, what a pain. That's enough! We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. So yeah, the pistol was Gray's, 2 shots fired, bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints, and knife. Murder weapon, small fruit knife, belongs to the face, bears Maya's fingerprints. Date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. On the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case. Oh, let me guess. She said 2. She said 2, right? Hold on, let me go to the court record. Let's look at the autopsy report. Gun, then shot. Sounds like 1 bullet to me. What about the other bullet, huh? 2 shots fired. Let's go present this eventually. Okay, I think this will be our first contradiction. Maybe. This does seem like an open and shut case. Well, naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true. Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justify self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. No, she's not guilty. Okay? I'm not putting her in jail, even for like a year. No. She's gonna get out. She's only in detention center for a couple of days, and then after that, she's out, okay? And she's gonna be with me, okay? No, Maya's not being locked away. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor! Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal! You're gonna whip me over that? You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright, detective! Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. No, see here. Proceedings are run by... Eek! Or are we not gonna give her contempt of court? Okay, so Von Karma can give Maya contempt of court, but her? Oh, no, she's fine, she's fine. Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Amazing. Wow. Maybe the satire is going a little too high for the prosecutors in Japan. Anyways, sorry pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. We're gonna press on that. Really? What do you mean you're sorry and you're saying it anyways? This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Are you sure about that? Because two gunshots were fired, so I'm not sure. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a bad spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya's costume added to court record. Alright, Mr. Wright! Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes? Could this situation get any worse? Huh, what's wrong? You seem to be at a loss, and I'm still gonna beat you. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Okay. Incriminating evidence. Okay, I was gonna make a joke. I forgot. Okay, sorry, pal. Really? You're sorry when you're answering anyways, huh? Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? Ah, dramatic effect. You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my Judge. Judge. Okay. You know when people say read the room, okay? Well, I'm gonna say that, but in a different way. Read the room, Judge. And when I say read the room, I mean just look to your... I'm thinking of his what direction. Look to your right. Okay, there's Von Karma. Because I know it looks like... No, Phoenix, remember, Phoenix Wright is actually over here on this side, and Von Karma's over here, right, friends? Okay, so... Yeah, so, look to your right, okay? So you're saying there's no need for my attitude? There's no need for the violence and that you are letting happen. Alright, well just, please stop glaring at me like that. I guess we're gonna just, scare you. I guess that's how you win court trials, just scare the judge. You know, Phoenix is scary, okay? I agree. Phoenix should be scary, because, you know, this is Maya we're talking about! How dare this person try to frame Maya? Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. Hold it! There's blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is a victim's blood. So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... Objection! If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time, let's move on. Oh, yes, Mr. Von was perfectly correct. Grr. Not even the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I chew here, what should I do? Further! Why is Ms. Varkarma suddenly putting up resistance? Are we gonna use Cyclock on her? Probably not. There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I think we can use the photo, right? A lot of hearts photo once we get that into evidence. Right now we don't have that though. I already have a lot of evidence already. That's kind of crazy. We actually got a lot. But this game might be much harder than the first one. Okay, there must be something about his costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright! Ms. Varkarma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. It looks like my time is up. So about a costume. Well, there is one little thing. I think. Your Honor! Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back. And then what's gonna happen is, as soon as we're about to say the fact, Varkarma's gonna whip us, hit our head, we'll get amnesia again, and then we'll have to reset. Okay. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. Oh. Ooh. Oh, the hole. Yeah. Because look at that. I just noticed that. I was like dragging this around. I'm like, what's wrong with this? And I'm like, oh, there's a bullet hole. Okay. Yay. Take that! I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? See, just fake it till you make it, okay? Keep bluffing through until you actually find a contradiction. Okay, save time. There is a tiny hole here. A hole? But I wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder? It looks like I found a hole in the testimony he's looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. I want you to do like an objection with an updated autopsy report. Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Close Maya was wearing at the time of the murder. Press the check button for details. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? Come on, come on. What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence is still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. I guess that's the evidence we used to contradict the fact that he was not fighting back. How can he say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. So using that update, we can you point out the contradiction in Gumshoe's testimony that he was not fighting back. Because why is there a bullet hole in Maya's clothes then, huh? If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then no way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Oh, look at that. Look at the convenience of that. Just straight up telling you. Present this. Well, we'll first press on this. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. I have news for you. News that you literally heard 30 seconds ago. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change it drastically. Oh, we're in real trouble now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone? Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Where could a contradiction be? So you can see, okay, present. We don't even need to save the game. Usually I have to save the game because paranoia, but this time, OBJECTION! Huh! Detective Dick Gumshoe! Yes, you don't have to call me by my full name. I want to spite Franziska Von Karma. That's right, Prosecutor Franziska Von Karma. I'm gonna call you by your first name. I'm gonna call you by your full name. Okay? So that way you understand how I feel when you call me by my full name too. It creeps you out. Having called me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back? Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? And, what does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot! Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right! It seems you're correct! Phoenix right, you're right again! If the victim had tried to shoot a defendant, then it would change everything! Alright! Look at this. I'm doing alright as Phoenix right. The wind seems to be shifting in the right direction. That's right, Franziska Von Karma. I'm the right! Okay? I'm the right here, okay? I have my right hand. I'm gonna point that finger on you so I can correct. I don't even know. What am I doing? I can't do improv rap. Ha! What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix? Right, okay, okay. Mr. Von Karma! I was about to say Mr. Von Karma. It seems that my fate was shattered by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That's correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense had clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ah! Not at you. Why, that's right. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! Well, yes, that's true. I'm bowing. Look at that. That's some Edgewood influence there. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah! Why are you whipping Gumshoe? Stop targeting Gumshoe. Do you understand here? Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. Gumshoe is pretty strong though. He's just like smiling as Von Karma's beat. Why is he smiling as Von Karma whips him? Gumshoe, don't tell me. No, don't tell me you're fine with that. With the new information required added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? So he's fine when Karma whips him, but as soon as she mentions like another testimony, he's like, oh no, that's worse. You want me to put together the scenario by myself? Ah, and he's smiling again as soon as Karma does that. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. What transpired? Because, you know, Karma seems to be fine with Gumshoe calling her sir, so maybe she is trans. During her channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir! Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Come on, Judge. If Karma won cases by doing that, this other Karma is winning cases by doing that, I have to do that too. Now then, your cross-examination, please. And he's gonna go below my nose again. Wow. I'll be back. Okay, let's do this. Okay. During her channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Hold it! There is quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess... Objection! You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning? Mr. Phoenix, right. Maya was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Exactly! There you go, there's evidence, okay? She was channeling a spirit. The spirit was the one who got killed the person, not Maya. When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes. When the nurses bailed, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. Exactly, the nurse went into Maya's body. You admitted it. There you go, case over, case over. Okay, if the doubt was whether she was channeling, well, there you go. There you go. She was channeling. It was another spirit in her body. That means she did not kill it. It was the dead person who did it. And guess what? Dead people don't get no sentences. So there you go. Nobody's guilty. There you go. Awesome. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique. And I studied on the pronunciation of it. That I hope I got correct. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about. I doubt that you were perfect. I didn't quite get it. How can you say that you're perfect? Well, you're a foolish fool who believes in foolish things that other foolish fools say. Never mind. I guess you really are a fool when it comes to, English. Let's continue with the testimony. Of course, Phoenix Wright later gave Karma a dictionary. Hold it! Why would he give Manfred Karma a dictionary in jail? Now, the other Karma. Oh, right, I did. So he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him? But if you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I want to give blood the other day, and afterward, I feel a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness? Ah! Sorry. Look how he's like smiling as he was getting whipped, and he's like, he only said sorry after like Karma like stared into him. He's like fine with the whips. Gumshoe, are you into it or are you just like really strong? I can't tell. Maybe both. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Oh no. Oh. Was he planning on killing the nurse? Well, that's stupid. The nurse is dead. Why would he kill the dead person? Never mind. What was that stupid idea? Oh my goodness, this dead person. Well, did he channel minds so that we can kill that person again? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Of course, saying kill that person again suggests that he was the one who killed that person in the first place. In the first time. If I said kill again, that means he did kill her the first time. Why did Dr. Gray bring the gun? Which, of course, he denies. And Maya believes him, so I believe her, okay? Was he taking precautions against something? Oh, he really was afraid of the... He really was afraid of the nurse, wasn't he? If he, like, channeled the nurse and the nurse, like, starts to kill him, he, like, has to, like, defend himself. That would make more sense. Because then he's not killing a dead person for the sake of killing them. He's killing the dead person so that he can protect himself. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Hold it! So you're saying that a bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it just by pulling the trigger. Even an amateur like me can fire it. I mean, I'm detective. I'm not an amateur. Even me. I wonder. Can I test it out in this courtroom? Maybe I can check if this is really that shiny. Okay, let's try shooting at the sleeve, so that way she realizes what it means when. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's shoot at her sleeve, and then she immediately picks up the gun. She feels threatened, right? And she has the right to feel threatened. Okay, and then she'll try shooting at me, and then I'll confirm. Look at that, wouldn't you know? Self-defense. But at the same time, I guess we didn't go with the self-defense route. I guess we went with we went all the way in with a non-guilty route, which makes sense. Because I was worried, because you know I still don't want that in a record. Even in what if in this system, even self-defense gives you jail time? I don't want that. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere, and uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the defendant took out his gun. He missed. The defendant then picked up and ended it. Can I save? Where do I save this? Yeah, I need to save this here. Alright, let me go do some stuff. Okay, let me check. Okay, so let me look at the evidence here. Present. So, I want to see. Murder weapon belongs to the face. Knife? Wait. Where's the knife part? The defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Oh, okay, so she was the one who still attacked first. The victim to fight back, while the victim took out his gun. Took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant picked up an opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maybe I can present this. I don't know why, but this only supports it, but whatever. Objection, yeah, that only supports it. But let's go look at the dialogue. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in this statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Anyways! Okay, what do we do here? Let's see. Okay, there gotta be a contradiction. Did I not press everything? Very channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Let me press this again. Let's see. Height difference. Oh yeah. This is where Von Karma supports the fact that she had no control, but whatever. I guess Maya still gets the murder on her hands, even though that is she was not even in her own body. But whatever. Fine. I guess that's her fault. Apparently. Hold it. He was stabbed when he didn't kill him. Okay. Dizziness. I guess we got Gumshoe whipped again. I'm sorry about that, Gumshoe. Even though you seem to be fine with the whips, just not the stare. Okay, hold it. I won't judge though. Okay, looks like the victim specifically brought in. Oh, okay. So that's the victim's gun apparently. The victim took out his gun. Was Graves. Okay, never mind. That confirms it. Aw. Okay, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then took the victim's gun and ended it. Did I hold? Let me press it again. Hold up. My fired. Okay, same stuff. Amateurs. Okay, I'm being an amateur when it comes to the objection in this case. Let's see here. Okay, but because they were too close, he missed. Where was the bullet hole again? Check. Wouldn't you say that's like really close to killing, like really close to hurting Maya? Objection! Yeah, that gunshot is like, the gunshot's right there. Missing the tiny hole in this costume. will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony! Haha! Look at my pun! Whoa! That's insane, right? Explain yourself, right? How are you right in this case? Wow, Judge! That's an amazing pun there! Explain yourself, Mr. Wright! He said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on his costume? Oh. Gunpowder burn? This is what he testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around a bullet hole. Oh, okay, I was right for the wrong reasons. Ah! But there's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That is a very good point! And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Objection! I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix, right? You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything right away! Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Then how did he miss? Nope. As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There, that should satisfy even you. That would make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. Can we present that piece of evidence there? There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Her argument, not sir. Flaw? Yeah! Very interesting. I'd love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot? There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. It seems to be on the floor, so I'd say that that's wrong. Otherwise, everything else seems to be correct. So, here. Take that! This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Were you concealing evidence? So when okay, I guess the prosecution thought to conceal evidence, but not me. How? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Actually, never mind. We already disproved that by saying we had to make it relevant first. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order! Order! This changes everything! Please look at the diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired a shot, and a bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Yeah, it would be over here. Take that! Somewhere around here. Uh-oh. The judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure. In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Oopsies, at least that's one health bar. Of course, whoops. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where mine was at the time. Okay. At the time the defendant was in this area. I thought it would be very close. I guess it's not in a straight line. I guess she really was, like, over... push away? No, I'd say over here. Take that! Somewhere around here. No questions asked. Let's keep going, okay? Okay, you know why I need to do that. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't know. Where's the was mine not supposed to be there? Okay, at the time, the defendant was in this area. Was she like maybe retrieving something? Maybe she like right next to the victim. Yes. Take that! Somewhere around here. See, that's why we save our progress. So that way we don't lose all our health off of pressing our fingers around, okay? I love pointing, okay? What can I say? Sometimes pointing in the slightly wrong direction, okay? Let me put the fingers where I want, okay? We'll do it over. Where would the defendant be? That makes sense. We did this last time. Apparently it was not that. We did it up close. We did it up diagonal. I guess it would be over here. Take that! She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second! We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how could he get— oh, I was giving her more of the, Eeny Meenie's voice. No, you're not Eeny Meenie. You're Von Karma's daughter. But how could he gauge the distance from Dad? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Mrs. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. Oh. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Ah! Curse you, Mr. Phoenix, that you! Looks like I'm winning. I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything, of course, I think. Apparently. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly! If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured it had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job! Ah! Alright, with this, I can give him a payment deduction, and now he can barely afford instant noodles. Let's go! No, Phoenix, don't. Why you're smiling? As Gumshoe gets less money, okay? Stop doing that, okay? He barely makes enough, okay? At some point, doing his job will cost more money than the revenue he makes. At some point, they're gonna give him below the federal minimum wage. Do you want that, Phoenix? Stop proving Gumshoe's incompetency. Please, stop doing that! Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the blast radius of disaster. Should be in the what? What is he gonna originally say? Should be in the Should be in the You're such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, what did it have to be that smarmy smile? Also, I just realized Von Karma and the other one, she grew up separate from her daddy. So who was she living with? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How's it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing the 3-strand goatee. And rest assured your punishment will come later. Good job, Phoenix. Good job with Gumshoe's payment. Also, I just remembered something. I was gonna make a joke. Oh, never mind. Okay, whatever. You fucked up, Detective Gumshoe. You were supposed to update your testimony as the defense got more facts. That testimony was over what I originally told you to say, but didn't you see? Phoenix already got that fact, the bullet hole fact, so you were supposed to say something else. Use your improv skills, Gumshoe. Punishment? Well done, Your Honor. I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lada. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Alrighty. To be continued. Should we do this in one video? We'll do it across. I'll do extra videos, okay? I can upload more if I want to, but I'll do this across several, okay? So we can save this. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll just... how many trials is this? Hold up, let me just check. Actually, I know this trial was pretty short, but like it might be like what happened with Richard Wellington, where the and no, oh yeah, it's a lot of testimony next. That's gonna be pretty long. So yeah, we're gonna do this into separate videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys all next time. Okay? So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Oh boy, we have a lot of hard next. Oh no. Uh-oh. I guess they're really bumping up the difficulty of this game, aren't they? They're getting a lot of hard already in the second case. Oh no. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.